today's class is a very short little leg section. It's kind of Pilates bar combination. If you would like a little bit of extra fire on one of the last moves, what you may want is a chair that you can put your feet on top of, such as this one here that I made myself. I didn't make it myself. I bought this. In fact, I got it for free. Anyway, so you may want a chair. Other than that, all you need is yourself and a mat and a little bit of, no, that's it. Okay, so starting in an awkward position. In fact, let me just pull my t-shirt in a little bit so you can see my torso more clearly. So spreading the fingertips into the floor. Let us start by pressing down into the palms so that your shoulders, instead of sinking, actually are really stable. Point your left toe, why not, and then draw the left knee into the center of the chest. Inhale, and then as you exhale, push your foot up and behind you. Option to point or flex the foot depending on how you're feeling. Pause there just for a second. Bring your right hand onto your lower belly and just gently encourage the lower belly to, as some people say, energize towards the spine. So you want the sense that the pubic bone and the rib cage are kind of meeting. This is position 1.5. And then we draw the knee into the center of the chest and we exhale to push it back out again. This is our first movement. I'd like you to continue with this, noticing whether you are swaying to the side. Not checking my messages, by the way, I've started the timer. So each movement that we're doing is around 30 seconds long, as long as I keep an eye on the timer. And we're moving fairly slowly, but at consistent speed. Notice that my tail isn't moving, so I'm not shifting my pelvis. We've got another 15 seconds. Using that exhale as you push the thigh towards the ceiling. We have another 5 seconds here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause with your leg at the top, flex your foot. And now from here, I'm just going to take a little lift and hold. So I'm pushing up, and pushing up, and pushing up. I'm never bringing the leg back down past parallel. I'm just trying to find that kind of, I guess, maximal contraction of the glutes and hamstrings. We have another 10 seconds here. I'm really good at counting, as you can tell. I just noticed that I start to sink into my shoulders, so if you in your own homes, I'd like you to keep pushing the ground away. All right, we're on to our next exercise. Point the toe, keep your toe where it is, externally rotate the knee, and then bring it back in. So you start with that. I'm going to start the timer, just so that you can sort of see from a different angle. Oops. The knee comes out, it comes back in, but the toe sort of stays stuck where it is in the ceiling. It's a very small external rotation movement. We've got just around 10 seconds left. It's not a big movement. Think about like your clams. We've got another 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Pause where you are. Extend the leg out so you've got one long, beautifully straight leg. Lower your toe to tap down, and then we lift up. And again, lower, and lift, that's it. And again, just for the purpose of this exercise, we are trying not to kind of, bend into the back. Not that that is wrong. Remember that every movement has its place. That's just not what we're doing. All right, we've got another 3 and 2 and 1. Keep the leg where it is, bend the leg back in at the knee. We're going to take a big kind of rainbow sweep, bring our left knee to the back of our left arm, and then bring it back into our hamstring kick position. At this point now, we're allowing the pelvis to move. It's going to open up, and then it's going to come back down to the ground. If you're feeling really spicy, you're going to extend your leg, and you're going to do this as a long kick. So you're going to see if you can kick your toe towards your shoulder, and then back round. We have another, I'm going to say, 15 seconds here, I think, according to my timer. We're nearly there now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, nice and slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place that left foot down onto the floor. And then we're going to turn. I'm going to pause this for a second so that we can get our alignment. On fleek. No. So right hand is down into the floor. Notice whether you're kind of like hinging at the hips here. I'd like you to be pushing the pelvis forward slightly actually, without bowing your upper body. And then press down into your long leg, your left leg. Take your right arm up to the ceiling. Really kind of thinking about wrapping the bottom arm in. Then we're going to see if we can squeeze the knee up and bring it back down. That is the exercise, and we're starting now. So we squeeze thigh to thigh, and then we lower it back down. Squeeze and lower, and squeeze and lower. Look at that, we've already done 10 seconds. You guys keep going. Now, if this feels like it's too much for you, what I'd like you to do instead is lift your left leg, stand down proud into your hands, sliding your shoulder blades back into the body. So we're thinking about the shoulder blades wrapping down. We've got another 3 seconds. Maybe you're still doing this. 3 and 2 and 1. We come up into this beautiful sort of T-shaped position. We're going to slide the torso across. So the sides of the body really, really long. And this is just a little bit of fun. I say fun. And we're going to see if we can balance here. Whoops. And you might kind of teeter from one edge to the next, but hopefully your balance will get better each time you do this. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. And then from here, we've got the top leg, which is the left leg, raising up and down. And I'm going to put this back onto the timer. So you've got 30 seconds here. You can be on your fingerprints, you can be on that hand, and we're keeping the knee facing in the same direction as your hip. So that's forward, so it's a parallel leg lift. You've got another 15 seconds left. It's like just lovely kind of sliding up and down. It's not a kick, so it's a flow up rather than like a big motion. You've got 5 seconds here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Kick your leg forwards towards me. Let's see those footprints or those snazzy socks. And then we lower and lift here. Yes, all right. We've got another 20 seconds here, and then we're moving on to our final exercise. I told you it was short, right? 15 seconds. 10, 9, I'm counting down as well. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We bring it in. Oh, lovely. We take a little rest. Roll out your shoulders. So the next thing we're going to do, actually I should have the chair the other side. Yes. All right. So, because we're working the same side still. So we want our left leg up on our chair. So left leg on the chair. Oops. Or if you don't have a chair, you're just going to do a regular side plank. So hand into the floor, wrap your shoulder back and down. Feel the push from underneath the armpit. I'm going to have to come up slightly off the mat for this. All right, timer. It's going to be 30 seconds. 20 to 30 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Lift your bottom leg to meet. Oh my God, I haven't started the timer. Keep going. Keep going, keep going. Anyone here that's a climber? I say here in my imagination. Anyone watching this that likes to climb? This is like a pretty good exercise for us, because we're obviously working the balance, the endurance, strength. We've got 10 more seconds left. 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm using my toes now. I'm cheating. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That was 30 seconds. All right. We're going to do all of that again on the second side. I'm going to move my chair back around and face in this direction. So let's get ready to rumble, as they say. All right, so finding yourself back on your mat, starting with the right leg this time, pushing the ground away, and then we send our left leg out. So right leg. Bend the leg at the knee, draw the knee in without a significant rounding or flexion of the spine. And then start to push your leg back up behind you. Find your hamstring kick position. And off we go. So it's 30 seconds. The tendency will be to lean towards your left hand, but we're going to try and actually stay really centered. We've already done 15 seconds. Let this be kind of quite slow and delicious. If you do start to feel anything in your wrist that feels like it's too much, then you can come down to your forearms. It will still work really, really well. So there's the option there. All right, that's the last one there. Pause where you are. Now we take a little bit of that press and lift. So it's staying high, keeping an eye on that pubic bone so that it's for sure we're not releasing the lower belly. We've got 15 more seconds left. And then we've got our next exercise. We've got another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Toe stays where it is. We take the knee out, we bring it back in. Tiny external rotation here. So it's very much like, it is very much like your clam for those of us that are Pilates peeps. So really, really small, trying to keep that toe lifted. I don't always get it completely right, to be honest with you. But we work with what we've got. We've got another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the leg really, really long. Maybe push your chair away. Tap the toe down. Lift the leg. Tap down. Lift the leg. And imagine there's kind of like a weight on your ankle and on your hamstring. Got another 15 seconds. Checking in with that rib cage, the position of the shoulders. Remember what I said about you can go onto the forearms if you would like to. We've got another 3 and 2, last one. Bend the leg at the knee. We start to rainbow the knee around to the right upper arm and then rainbow it back. Yeah, nice. Rainbow, rainbow, rainbow. Rainbow, rainbow, rainbow. And we've got another 15 seconds. And remember, if you want it to be a little bit more challenging, you can be doing it as a long leg sweep. And we've got another 10 seconds here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant the toe down. Turn so that your left, your left knee is underneath you, your right leg is out long. Apologies for not mirroring you here. So, right leg out long, left leg underneath. We bring our left fingertips towards the floor and we start to lift that right hand upwards. From here, start to lift your leg and lower. So nice. We lift and lower. And I've started the timer again, obviously, very on it with this timing thing. So remember, just for me for this exercise, it's not a kick, it's smooth, it's controlled, we're keeping the rest of the body really, really still. We've got another 15 seconds, and then we're going to bring that leg forwards. Another 10, 9, and if it gets too much for the wrists, you can actually do this lying on the side like so. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wherever you are, start to bring that foot forwards. Show me your foot. Maybe you're still in this kind of original position, and we've got 30 seconds here. Bringing that foot up and down. All right, we've got another 20 seconds. So whichever variation you're doing, you can be up in the kind of kneeling position, you can be lying on the floor. We have another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that leg back. So if you remember, what we're going to do next is that thigh to thigh underneath. And you can, of course, if it feels like too much, you can simply stay here in this position. All right, off we go. We're going 3, 2, and 1. Come with me. We bring the bottom knee in and lower it down. So it's very much an inner thigh thing. I can feel my rib cage sort of popping forwards. I'm trying to kind of avoid that happening and just focusing on the action of the inner thigh. We've got another 10 seconds left. We've got 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, come down, shake it out, sure there's a song. Shake it out, Taylor Swift. Maybe, who knows. All right, we're gonna go for that side plank with the chair or without the chair if you have no chair. We can imagine that there's a chair there. Again, it's 30 seconds. And then we're done. So last 30 seconds, getting into position, starting the timer in 3, 2, and off we go. So you should have one foot up, and squeeze your legs towards each other. We've already done 10 seconds. Maybe you bring both legs up. Technically cheating, not cheating, but a different exercise. We've got another 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we come back down. All right, wonderful. So that's it in terms of the little strengthening section. I'm really into this particular stretch at the moment, which you're going to do now. It's more of a kind of nice mobilization. So I'd like you to bring one leg underneath, and then the other leg sort of slots on top, so you're in a semi-kneeling position. We'll lift both arms towards the ceiling. Take your right hand down, take your right hand down. So right knee is underneath, left leg on top, right hand down, and then lean across to the side so that you're in a side bend. You're not bending into your bottom arm, but it's a really, really long shape. And then turn your left rib cage down towards the floor. And then we come all the way back through that side bend. We activate into the waist to come up to our seated position. We bring our our left hand down to our right thigh, and then we lean across the other side, simultaneously pushing into our right thigh. So left hand pushes into right thigh as right hand reaches up and across. And we'll do that one more time on this side. So reach long across. We take that long, long side stretch, armpits lifting, and then we curl the ribcage towards the floor, hollowing the belly slightly. And then coming back up through side bend. See if you can activate the ribs to bring yourself back up. And then we bring our left hand onto our right thigh, and we push the thigh away as we stretch through the side waist. Coming back up, let's change sides. So this time I've got my left leg underneath, my right leg on top. You can kind of see how my toes are like curling out here as well, because it feels nice. Bring the arms nice and wide, thinking about lengthening the side of the waist, getting really, really tall. We take the side bend. Actually, think about bringing your bottom hand slightly behind rather than center. Reach to the side of the waist. And then we curl the rib cage of the top hand down. In this case for me, it's the right rib cage curls down. We then reopen back up to the ceiling. Hand reaches, we lengthen the side waist to come back up. And then this time right hand presses into our left thigh as we reach up and over, pushing the thigh away, creating space through the side of the waist. And let's do that one more time. Yes. So lovely little side bend, reaching through the side of the waist, lengthening, 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 and then curling and contracting the rib cage down and in, hollowing the lower belly, reopening, and then using the side waist to bring ourselves back up to seated position. Right hand pushes against inner left thigh as we reach across to the right, so I'm tractioning the thigh away. And then we come back up to seated position. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the mat again soon.